Hello, and back with another Oxygen Not Included stream. This is going to be a slightly shorter stream, most likely as, well, to put it simply, I don't have time for a long stream. I'm going to need to go to bed earlier tonight because I have work this week and next week, so will probably be shorter streams all week. I just forgot to do this, but so just give me a second. This is probably gonna get cut out of the video if I can remember. Right, that's it. Now we can just jump into the video. Jump into the game, I guess. So, where were we? That's the first question. We were preparing for space missions. We had realized that the base steam engine wasn't enough to take us to it wasn't able to take us anywhere exactly, which is annoying. Or at least it couldn't take us anywhere with the cargo add-on, which means that I won't be able to actually get much done in the terms of at least getting space resources and the specific minerals without resorting to, well, something I haven't researched yet, the solid fuel combustion, which gives us the solid fuel thruster, something I don't really want to use. Yeah, we got that one last time, but I kinda don't have a choice if I'm going to get materials or explore enough to research hydrogen thrusters. Who's scolding? No one important apparently. Oh yeah, so last time this guy broke. And I guess the plan was to rebuild it out of steel so that it wouldn't break next time. But what we also need is access to oxylite for the new system. You're scolding because you're working down here, actually. It's understandable. But like, let's say that anything in here is one priority, you don't need to go this far in. Meanwhile, this system is being built in order to exploit the cooling properties of the core. Just leaching that cold, or leaching the heat into the system so that we can at some point get the watt seeds. Even though that's not the main goal of this. But returning to more important stuff, we have this, or these systems. Currently they should all be up and running, granting us hopefully enough meat. And these should start giving us proper power. So then it's just like with the system we have, if we can alleviate the heat production of this system, then we're set. Then our base can essentially run net zero heat production and such. At least hopefully, but that's probably gonna take a little more work. but the main point is of course to, well, get these special materials so that I can actively start cooling the base. Which however will require that I actually set up a proper system here, which I haven't done yet. So, in order to make the proper system, I think I'll set these two up, of course with the proper tiles beneath. Ran out of mafic rock apparently. And then set up a door system above so that they don't actually get destroyed by the near daily meteorites. And at some point maybe I'll start making the space scanner. Let's see. Is there somewhere I can test this? Okay, so placing it directly under a block does not work. It needs clear view of the sky. But keeping it defended from meteorites is going to be an issue. Although I guess I can look into it. I don't know how long a meteor cycle typically lasts, but that is probably something I can look into. Yeah, we have a... Don't want to crack this open just so that I can keep the chlorine contained, at least for now. But this neural vacuolator, I do want it and its perks. And here it's Slimeling, which, although I am slightly ignoring the risks of, I don't want to spread it around the base either. So I guess it's time to check how many dense pufflet eggs I have and start considering setting up a puft farm. If I drain this sea of carbon dioxide, I can use this room. If not as an entirely effective broom, it should work nonetheless. Yeah. I think I will. So the first step is to create a mesh tile here. What I'm planning to do is to dump like regular pufflet eggs here using the conveyor loader. That way we'll be able to, once I destroy the ladders at least, build up a storage of pufflet eggs in here. I just need to block the door so that they can't escape somehow without, probably through a liquid lock. And then I'll be able to have them... No, I'm not entirely certain of its effect, but I think the top water layer is going to ruin that effect, unfortunately. Meaning I'll have to find somewhere else to dump the excess water. And also set up more of these tiles temporarily to just remove all of the water, essentially. Which isn't all too fun, but hey, we gotta work with what we got. So, that system, once done, will hopefully grant us a decent amount of, well, pufts. Some will give dense pufts, which I will set up a separate room to farm. And then I guess I could also like just set up a couple of auto sweepers to grab all of the meat that they will produce. In fact, I should set that up anyways, just for the general fish population. Yes. Because these fish every 25 cycles they die, giving me new fish. And although their pond will be limited by how many... I don't know. The pond will be limited by certain things. If I just... if I build a fish feeder, I can feed them, make big strong fish babies, and then get a cheap and renewable access to fish fillets, which could be a backup food if the frost burgers run out, which hopefully it won't anytime soon. Now onto the other stuff I was going to do. I'll need to pump out all of the excess carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide pools at the bottom, so I'll just simply pump it out through the bottom. And it'll be a bit of a stretch to do, or a bit of an annoyance to make it like this. But I'll dump it out here due to, or it doesn't matter. Of course, I will use a high pressure gas vent so that it will always pump, as that is a part of the system that will need it desperately. Now I'll need to hook it up to the power, which, you know, in order to actually ensure that I don't kill the power production system, or the wire I mean, I'll get to installing a heavy power wire all the way down. I'm pretty sure they'll survive the exposure to slime lung that they'll get from the system. And okay, then I'll have to use heavy watt all the way down here as well. So instead I'll just set up a large power transformer at some place. No, might as well just put it here. This will give me access to a power system that I can run through the base, running out of lead in the process, but that's okay. This will of course be an airflow tile. So, with the amount of lead I've spent there, I might as well start the excavation orders for some new lead. Which of course includes setting up a new ladder system. The ladders aren't high priority, but the lead in the top here is. I'll need to excavate all the lead. Oh shite, it's unreachable. Just a bunch of stuff these guys needs to do. Might actually need another one to work for me. Ruby, I'll need construction and excavation, so you're not a pick. Bonnie, it's destructive, but at this point that isn't as much of a stress point, although the interests aren't really in my favor. So I think I'm going to have to pass on this one. Preferably I like one that is both building and construction. Oh, and all of this is now 6th priority. Focus on something else. There we go. Now one thing that once this area starts to melt, the sea of oil and water will probably be a bit more shallow even though it will still be as massive and voluptuous. Oh yeah, and these guys also need to be made, because the carbon dioxide isn't reaching the bottom, where I want it to be pumped into these guys. As I can see now, there isn't really... Oh wait! A molten larva baby! That means that one of these guys had the right kind of child. Maybe I shouldn't. Let's not get too much into that's the problem. I want the special children here. The special critters. Anyways. Well, I also have to install ladders, but I don't want to spill this sandstone, the salt water in, so I'll have to dig a small ditch to dump it. And this is also going to be part of the system that's only a 7 priority. But all of it still needs to get done at some point. So, how is the energy production been? We haven't wasted as much power this time. The manual generators have actually been running, which isn't all too surprising. And unfortunately though, this is out of reach. Luckily it doesn't seem to be an issue right now. Still we have enough frost burgers for quite a while, enough lettuce for plenty more. And the only real bottleneck with this system is just the sleet wheats. But hopefully we'll get a bunch of that soon. So we'll have to just stick with it, try to get it all done. Now I don't know how quickly they'll build all these things, but hopefully they'll get to work soon. And store the algae so that they don't eat it too much, as they do not need it. Well, at least they're getting work done. This system up here, it's essentially gas locked, so I don't need to do anything about it just yet. It's not really any resources I desperately need. I just need them to finish these air flow tiles. Though the problem is probably that they're made of copper ore, which is a resource that, despite having access to it, they don't seem to want to work too much with. Yeah, they're crushing eggshells, not high priority, but I guess they have nothing else to do. At least these guys that barely have any rights or any jobs. Still, Soichiro, you are decent at building. You'll slightly prioritize that now, even though I might have told you off for doing it earlier. Beyond that, there's not really anyone else with a skill set meant for construction. Here we go. Finally. Yes. Oh. seem to be making frost burgers. As they aren't allowed to make surf and turf yet, and I don't think they ever will be. Unless I get an insane surplus of barbecue at some point. So, this seems to be going fine. Have they started doing anything here? No. They've ever so slightly started doing stuff, but nah. I don't think I'll be doing much space stuff today. None of them seem to care enough. Also, nah, it's probably my fault. I should have built the atmosuit system a long time ago. It would have been a lot easier. So, should I just... I could rebuild the system to allow, or to force them into atmosuits, but I don't think that will be the focus for now. It isn't as important. Oh no. Well, they seem to be getting along. Nope. Okay, now I'm going to have to slightly move the excavation orders. Probably also gonna mine these bleach stone tiles. They'll be covered by the salt water, so it doesn't matter. But I also have to build these. I don't know why I had to move that one. Just clearly not the one they were gonna work with. But yeah, guess I make mistakes. And as we can clearly see, they are... No. The system needs to be powered. Or I need to just manually dump the puffed eggs there. So, what is the best way to go about it? Well, the best way would be if everyone actually were assigned to building. You know what, Tom and Liam, both of you will be allowed, Mima as well, you will all be allowed to build. Simply because the need for it is that high. We need construction workers, as many as we can get. What in the hell? Okay. This pool wasn't big enough. Also, there has been a slight chlorine leach, which is not unexpected. Well, just get it done. 31. Again, that's small enough an amount that I don't need to bother with it. Same with this, I just need to remove the main amounts over here. In fact, I can't do anything about this without destroying the pump. Which is too much work, so I won't bother. Nope. Sometimes the bitrate just drops. I don't know why, but it's been happening a bit lately, and I'm worried that it's a problem I can't really fix without getting an internet cable, which will be difficult. or possibly a better internet adapter, which could be expensive. Oh wait. No. Air consumption isn't really a problem. Though no interest for digging or building. Hang on. Yeah, anyways, nothing more really that interesting right now. I guess I can plant murf leaf just to spruce up the area there. Rest in peace, May. Gone, but never forgotten. I refuse to forget. Luckily no one else have died. Or well, no, plenty other people have died, but at least no one has died since we lost May. Ask one no further questions. Alright, with all of that done. Now all of these can be destroyed. And preferably they'd start... the hell? Okay, start mop up the residual salt water. Because I have no idea what's going on here. We seem to be having a salt water plume that doesn't seem to go away for some reason. Food has decayed? Well, it's just meal ice. That guy is working as fast as he can, and very little polluted oxygen seems to be leaking through, luckily. Although I should probably install another airflow tile here. Essentially another one here and here, just so that the carbon dioxide will slowly leak down without having to flow all over the edge. Should I bother? Nah, not that important. Anyways, let's get to the... first get this done. Then we can start thinking about the airlock. I want the entrance to be still here. So what to do then? If I still want these two, I'll have to have the exit here. Frankly, making an airlock or a water lock is a little demanding in space. You know what, I think I'll destroy this one in favor of building the lock. No, so that will be... this is where the lock will be. What colony, Jimmy? I'll perform 100 tune-ups on generators. Lovely. Well, that means that at least we're not wasting hydrogen, a resource we definitely do not have enough of. How would we survive if we had to spend more hydrogen? No. Well, I mean, the moment I bother, I'm going to link up the hydrogen to one of these anti-entropy thermal nullifiers, so that I can start just cooling down an area. And then I'll have to find another way to cool down more around. Oh. Now with this gun we can build the remaining systems for the waterlock and just fill it up. This bad boy won't need to be running anyways. So first, ethanol, which we do not have. In that case, crude oil, I guess. Crude oil and salt water. In fact, yellow priority. That way they will somehow find the resources to do this. Okay, we got some salt water. In that case we can stop delivering salt water. Just wait for them to deliver the crude oil. There we go. The lock is done. Now people, they will be unhappy walking through the door, but that's fine. And holy oopsie. Oh, there's slime lung germs now. Okay, that's a problem. Yeah, no, it's fine. We don't need to worry about it just yet. I'm sure it will buff out. Yeah, right? Please? Hopefully. Anyways, yeah, I'm sure it won't be an issue. Yeah, now if you would just mop up this salt water, please. And, yep, they are groomed good. They've actually built most of the air ducts, even though that was not the main priority. I guess they just don't want to deliver the rest of the materials. They'll take what's easiest to do. Well, at least they've fixed the carbon dioxide. Now they'll die. Excellent. Just what I wanted. Down here, everything is heating up. Giving us, we're getting fresh water. Although I thought about refreezing this area once I get the technology. Might not bother. Like, it's not that important. Oh. There isn't a tree here, is there? So where did the lumber come from? Like, we have mass amounts of lumber due to an obvious production by these trees, but I don't know why there's any down here. Oh, well. Okay, now, important talk. Who has mechatronics engineering? Soichiro has. Let's just give it to Tigeman as well, so that, no wait, Tigeman wasn't the builder. JC was. Anyways. Several people can have it, I guess. So please get all of the systems done here. Mop up the water. Please. Don't make me yellow alert it. In fact, no. I'm going to yellow alert it because you guys are slow. There we go. Now we can get back to installing the wire and the ladder. Hey, right, so the conveyor rails has to be built first before it'll be used properly, but this one will accept puftlet eggs and, well, puftlet eggs first. It'll dump them here. I'll make sure to remove these ladders so that they can't pick him up again. Therefore they will drop there, and the puftlets will hatch, work around, and any eggs they drop that aren't puftlet prince, or that are puftlet eggs, will just be returned there for more breeding, and the rest will just be dumped elsewhere. Now of course this system does mean that I can't breed any pufts, but that's fine. As long as they are fed, I could just have a off-site breeding or off-site grooming room for some others. Now, construction excavate. Ada, you're in. Decrease times, whatever. So your first step will be science, so that you can actually get on the level of the rest of the guys. You have your own room. You do not have your own mess table. Just yet, at least. And for the time being, I'm sorry to say, but much like everyone else, you're not gonna have or gonna be allowed to do anything else but run the treadmills. In fact, this is now your personal training room, Ada. Have fun. Hopefully it's going to be needed though, else it won't ankles. Oh, whatever. As long as you don't die, you're fine to do whatever you want, really. Oh, look how efficient they are at the moment they actually are able to work as they want themselves. Don't mind the significant amount of germs that are appearing here. I'm sure that's not an issue. Jeez. Slime will run rampant, I'm sure. Actually, someone's actually making the medical packs where slime lung wouldn't ever be an issue. But for some reason they aren't. Skill required automation. Let's see, is that part of the... Okay... No, I can't see what special skill they're supposed to require. Skill required operation, I wonder what skill is required. Electrical engineering. Oh, there we go. Luckily most of the main builders already have that skill. So they should be easily able to do it. Although I'm gonna request that you finish this one quite quickly so that we don't get too much polluted oxygen down here. The less we have, the better, after all. In fact, I'm actually going to seal it off at the top as well, once we have the bottom part done. At some point I might just completely excavate this room for space for these guys. So, just get it done for now. It'll only be there until the rest of the system is done. What else? Now, actually, let's see how many years we're missing. We're running out of iron. Let's cook up another, let's say 50 rounds. That should be enough for a little while. And it's just this system is now complete. So you can start deconstructing the temporary ladders. Same for this one, and then we can set this one to allow manual use and not sweep only. At least once they have the power connected, finally. Yeah, okay, now it's an unreachable build, so we're going to have a slight ladder here. Though they shouldn't be able to reach the tile from here. So that's going to be good enough. Yeah. Now the shine bug reactor, it's excellent. Though it does take quite a hit on the frame rate at some point. But it's simply just something I'll have to work with. It's the easier solution since I couldn't get the spawn to properly power my base. Such an annoyance. To be fair, I haven't actually tried for a while now. I have plenty of hydrogen spare, so I should be able to run it now. No, you're not supposed to wrangle the surplus. Oy. Yeah. Now at some point I'll hopefully have replaced the Scheinberg reactor with another less demanding power source. But currently that's the easiest one. Although of the other reactors, I'm actually not certain which one is the best for late game power production. Using the steam turbine, I guess it's possible to go positive energy production using, well, supercoolant, but it still requires you to actually be able to cool something down to that level. Or you'll have to cool something down in order to produce that power. So All of these are set to auto-wrangle surplus, so shouldn't be. First we'll get the power system up and running, get the temporary puftlet farm going. At the same time, how are you actually doing for steel? Should probably continue on with the space system, using as much steel as I have. What else could I start doing? The system will just be built. We'll have to come back to that later. Beyond that, could just design the simple timer system for the rockets. Right. And I guess we... Getting the telescopes to work properly is a bit more of an annoyance, and it still requires the steel doors. That's gonna have to wait. Space scanners. Yeah, no, I thought about recently when I started playing like Oxygen Not Included quite a bit again. I thought about buying the DLC, but I felt that maybe I should play through a base game again to see if I actually remembered. Although radiation is one of those mechanics from the new DLC that I actually kind of want to get in on. I read a little bit about it and it does seem quite interesting. Oh. Ah. No new duplicates. We have enough for now. And just... yeah. Hang on. Wait. The gas pump is not finished quite yet. Oh. No. Okay. Now with the current setup, those that have to work with the Shiner Bug reactor are usually quite happy overall due to the immense amount of the core. But yeah, if you can't have the Shiner Bug reactor actually close to the duplicates, that's a little more difficult. Actually have to spend more time thinking about it. Wait. Oh, yeah. Maybe don't spend too much time down there. A bit too cold. Well, it's your funeral. I'll have to split the power system into smaller circuits. Just too much load on the whole system. Hang on. It only creates about 1,000 DTUs, so that should be easily countered by the small Wii here. So yeah, that's just simply hook it up to the main power line. And cut the cable. Also. Whilst also hooking it up somewhere else. Because just checking, it's the top system that has the highest power consumption. So, in that case, I could probably just hook this one. Nah, that's not. The other connection will probably be in a small enclosed room about here. A lot easier to control it there. I'll just have to get another Wii Sword to cool it down. Or... if I cut the power cable here, that's not too much of a difference. Also, yeah, I'm going to have to think about the manual generators and where I placed those. Those could become an issue if I don't do the system correctly. No, wait. These three probably consume enough power on their own, so the best way would probably just to hook them up to a separate system from the rest of the base. More or less. So now... let's run the cable. Okay, let's see, where do we have proper cooling system? Oh, nowhere. At least nowhere easily accessible. I should have made a maintenance shaft when I designed the space. So these, no, actually, the easiest way would just be to designate the... run it... if we run it around here, we can just designate this area the maintenance shop and aim to move the kitchen and research stations soon. That'll probably be the best. That will mean, well, destroying this room and installing a... let's see, installing a power tile. No. Okay, the retro flower is also gonna be in the way, so we can just move the bottle emptier as well. Hang on. No. I have to dig a path here. So let's just connect the tile in here there. That's good. Also move the plant down. Yeah, that's everything I need to destroy. Just need to wait for them to get to it. Here we go. Oh shit. I'm pretty sure the resort should fit in there. Yeah, seems about right. Once this is set up, I think I'll cut the power line here. Because this system on its own drains a total of 3000 watts. Which it should never run all in a unison, so it shouldn't overload. Now, I wish there was a statistic for how much heat I am destroying and or creating. That way I would be able to see if I need to reduce it a lot more or not. But that's, I guess, a bit hard to code, especially with the Wii Sports. Oh, there we go. Cut the cable and just remove excess wire. Also, get this done. Excellent. We got a blueprint. Let's see what it is. A 4C4? Oh, a ceiling light, a bright veg. So that's another drywall added to the collection. Though more importantly, the special lamp. I'm kinda more interested to see how that looked. It Doesn't look too much like anything special, but... Actually, how much? Each lamp has half the heat production of a large power transformer. In that case, I'm not gonna spend or make too many of them. Ah. Well, it is what it is. Oh, yeah. Hang on, with the... How can I... it's more balanced. Kinda forgot that that was actually the point. If I set another one, I could potentially just disconnect the system, but currently that wouldn't work. What the fuck? Oh, what? Main power usage is the... incubators, which... Actually, I'm not certain if this... No, the system is flawed. Disconnecting it like this does not work properly. I'm going to... they're going to need to run the generators constantly. The Shinebag reactors simply aren't strong enough yet. In which case I could probably disconnect this one, just to avoid making unnecessary heat. And down here, this one is going to take anything edible. And how are you pumping out? Still mostly carbon dioxide, so I'll keep an eye on it. Once it's just pumping out polluted oxygen, I'll have to destroy it. Oh, and also I need to dispose of the excess water. Great. Kind of forgotten about that. Yep, now it's... Oh jeez, it's pumping large amounts of polluted oxygen. Please, kid, please destroy it. It's being too dangerous. So, I'm gonna have to check the use of water yet again. It's used for food, curative tablets. It's used in the carbon skimmer, but I kinda want to use most of the carbon with the slicksters. I don't have an oil well to dump it in yet. I mean, potentially I could just make a simple off-site liquid storage until I have somewhere to use it. No. Yep, this will do for now. And then the pipe. Run it around and down. There we go. Oh, the circuit is overloading here. I mean, after I merged them together again, I'm not surprised it's overloading. Just annoyed. And still quite a bit of carbon dioxide that isn't really leaking down as I wanted to. Down here, quite a bit of carbon dioxide that is just trapped. But don't worry, we'll fix it soon. Or well, once the ice melts properly. Just need to... What? Actually, how am I doing for steel? Nothing, apparently. Yeah, nothing. What? No, it's spending too much time trying to cool down the... Let's just increase the temperature it can be below. It'll allow the steam turbine to make a little more power. Oh. Oh, isn't it? Hey. Yeah, I can't speak much for the way the expansion was. I just know that one of the main changes that they made to base game after the Spaced Out update was kind of annoying. Mainly the fact that you had to cool everything down, which has always been an issue, well, it hasn't really been an issue. I've always preferred to keep my base nice and cooled. So the previous game I played, I went with the frozen asteroid. And then the problem was that everything was too cold. No, I really need to try out the DLC at some point. I have to see what it is about. And if it's not to my liking, I guess it's just disinstalling or uninstalling it. Yep. Now, oh. Okay. Oh yeah, now that there's enough for you to do, so you're back in there. Well, enjoy getting cooked. In fact, actually none of these are important anymore. Just ignore them. Should just put more effort into making the heat sink, I guess. Although I might have to consider replacing the temp chip plates with steel or metal tiles. There isn't that much heat being transferred currently. Yep. Although, this is really still too hot. At this temperature it might overheat any moment. They don't need access to the insides. And as long as I just like... I don't need to bring it further down than this approximately, so they'll still be able to move under it. So I'll try it to see if it works. Yeah, ice temp shift plates are a nice way to just quickly cool down the rest of the area. But one of the main issues I have with that is that for that work I need to excavate more ice, and although ice isn't really a resource I am in dire need of, or water to put it in another way, I still don't really like to mine ice as I lose half of it. Oh yeah, for that kind of system it's tile, but the kind of system that I'm currently using exploits the fact that bridges are for some reason quite heat conductive. So this liquid bridge, as you can see, is at 80 degrees. So I just need to, well, hopefully build these tiles and see if it works. Although there are areas I could mine ice from if I desperately need it. But preferably I'd not waste the ice, even if it's just a small amount. The water it's outputting is at 95 degrees. So even though it's not the most effective of systems, I guess it would be possible to just run it by itself. Let's see. There we go. Now it'll just make sure it is cool by itself, hopefully at least. Oh, cuddle pip? Oh, hell yeah. Let's see, where can we keep that boy? The cuddle pip needs to eat... it needs to eat thimblereed. Which... where could I keep thimblereeds? Preferably it would be in... I know what I can do, but I... Nah, you know what? This whole system, I should have demolished it ages ago. It isn't effective. The whole point of the system was to have spare, or a free meat source. As these guys just live and die on their own, I don't feed them, so I lose no resources, but they have such a long lifespan that it's not really worth it. It's much better. It is much better spent being turned into a nice little cuddle pip farm. So that would mean destroy these. Actually, not yet. They're needed until you... The murder orders are so buggy at times. Kill them. Don't bother with anything else, just kill them. And JC's back to be cooked. Nice. Actually, speaking of JC, I do have a couple of, let's see. No, wait, not. It was the radiant liquid pipe first. Just temporarily disconnected until the last two pipes are done. And we have several unnamed, or previously unnamed duplicates. Hey, Liam, get back here. You're getting a new name. Let's see. Is that a... Yeah. FXor, welcome to the colony. Now we just need to find a job for you. What? Good at decorum. Else just general carekeeping. Let's just fix those priorities then. Tidying and decorating. Yeah. And the tiles do seem to be conveying more heat than without, at least. And once it reaches properly into the water, it should definitely work. So let's also move this bad boy into the drink. Although with the high pressure gas vent there, it's going to be a bit of an issue. So what would be the best workaround? Ooh. It's going to feed into the system. But let's say that I mean, once it starts receiving oxygen, the system should anyways turn off, so I guess this is an acceptable way. There we go. Final conductive metal tile is done. And wait, what the fuck? There's a... Okay, so some of these tiles have decided that, yeah, you can a metal tile over a temp shift plate. Interesting. I did not think that would happen. And it's debatable whether that's something I'll be able to exploit, but still it's an interesting thing. Wait. What's happening to the excess iron? What? Is it just... No, it can't be just lying on the pile. Okay, let's check metals. Large power transformer of iron, yeah, that was a deliberate choice. I shouldn't be using that much iron anyway, so where is it getting sent to? Why isn't it just being turned into steel? I have no idea actually. Okay. Right, those guys are gone, so... Nope. What was that? There, let's see. Oh. It's just my phone complaining that there's not enough storage on it. Not important. Still, let's get the... Let's set this one to accept. Where is it? Cuddly base instead, and a small storage bin to hold thimbleweed seeds. This bad boy can die. And just build the pneumatic doors to keep it in. Threading tiles are nothing I need to worry about, except for this one, which I should have started to take care of a long time ago, really. I can just use the mesh tile strategy for now, at least, to remove parts of it, I guess. Though the critter drop-off point is in the way for that. Set this up. No refined metal, just thimbleweed seeds. Should be plenty spare if I'm not mistaken. Well, assuming it's not being sent somewhere else. Which it was. Yeah, nothing sent here, but there's still a new printer. Let's see. We get the... Ooh. Quite simply, the larvae eggs are the most useful of those. Just need to deliver them. So, again, the main builder is going to be allowed to build it before someone else will have to be sent down to deliver it. No, you're not supposed to. Come on, you have better things to do than to farm. Hang on. Do you have cooking? Or do I? No. Then you aren't going to do cooking, tidying. No, you can do. You're gonna do as little as possible except for building. I can't believe that I've been focusing on the wrong thing all this time. This is why the base is falling apart. Yep. But apart from that, everything seems alright. Everything's alright with the world. Peace has been regained. Only 58 broken buildings. No. Wait. Okay, this... I don't know why I built a system like this. There's probably a reason, but it looks really strange. Oh, well, well. Oh, finally getting the storage bin built so that we can set it to accept the larva eggs. Of course, only on sweep. Steel is being created so that we can continue on with the system up here. I think I'll save for the bunker doors just to keep an outlook over everything. And save for... okay, now this. It needs to see all the way over here. So that's... from here to here. That's... okay. As the door is 4 tiles, we'll probably reach over there. It's gonna be quite expensive, but a necessity. And the temperature transfer is... it's happening at an appropriate pace. Although it could be quicker. So let's fill in the holes with temp shift plates. Because what's better than one mode of heat transfer? 3. Nothing has been filled in here yet for some reason. Please get to it. Same with delivering this egg. And what's actually now? Please wipe the floor here so that we can actually get these plants to grow. Nice. Now we'll simply have... oh. Peach. Almost everything has been removed and rebuilt here. But such is life, I guess. And everyone's decor... it passes into the thingamajig. Yeah, gorgeous site decor. Can't be bothered to check everyone, but I'm assume that everyone is extremely happy with their decor, so that we don't have to check too much of it or fix too much around the base. Invalid construction location, I wonder what. Yep. What? No, it's too wet. No. I guess the full saltwater tiles are still a bit too much for them. Well, the simplest way to solve this, I guess, would be to simply pour off the excess. It won't be pretty, but it's the best way to do it, I guess. Oh. Now this area is actually a bit too hot for them. I guess that's the downside of doing this. Oh, no, not 9 priority, but please get it built. There we go, now we can start shoveling the carbon dioxide into the slickster habitat. Speaking of which, where are them? They have just not been delivered. Okay. Excellent. Critter feed is being delivered. Straight from the horse's mouth. Whatever that is supposed to mean. And the temperature here is allowing the steam turbine to work actually quite a bit more efficient. Oh yeah, even though there are massive amounts of steel there that looks bare, it's all planned to be used for the construction up here. Oh, I can't wait until I've finished off the steel doors. Also, I wish I'd taken the time to actually make a dense puft room quicker. I want them to... I need the dense puft storage to just already start increasing, because if I can get large amounts of oxylite before I have to head into space using it, that's going to be invaluable. So in fact, I guess that's just what we're gonna have to do. And we have another door here, simply to allow them to head down. There. And we have to just set up a simple grooming station setup, as well as an incubator and a bunch of other stuff. But once it's finished, well, we should be able to get a decent amount of oxylite. Oh, these boys are getting nice amounts of feed, but... oh, I'm actually overfeeding them. Still, I guess that's better than underfeeding. I doubt they are complaining about that. Wait, gold? Wait, what's... it's just a grooming station, I guess that's acceptable. Still. Full bedrooms currently, sorry. Can't accept any new duplicates. Yeah, circuit overload. Small issue. Now it's... there's still decent amounts of space in the first tank, but might as well set up the second one. And not entirely certain what to say about the temperature. It's around this area it seems to be creating a better gradient. But the steam turbine is still heating up the room. So until I find a better way to deal with it, that's just going to have to be the reality. Until I get more wastewater or something. Oh, hang on, no. Looking at the gas, there's still a decent amount of carbon dioxide for it to take from. Though that amount is slowly dwindling. So just need to be careful so that it doesn't start looping around too much oxygen. Sometimes I just can't speak. Although, if I got this carbon dioxide down for them, oh boy, how chaotic it would be. Now, start popping. Just get all the mop jobs in the world to make sure they are all currently working, so it can be closed off once they feel like it. Unfortunately, they don't seem to feel like it. Oh, there we go. Now the waterweeds are finally back in business. And down here the oxygen is taking control, so that's no more power for you, boy. And another bunker door for the telescopes. Let's go. I mean, slowly but surely we are making progress. Just for... Probably should add these windows over just to ensure that the... what's it called again? Yeah, the regolith from the meteorites don't kill the telescopes if I were to forget to mine it before opening them. Nope. Spare time, apparently. That's what I like to see. The duplicants being able to do other stuff. And I'm also just going to mine out these abyssal walls. Allow the core to melt a little faster. If only ever so slightly. Oh yeah. I believe you have the access. So please deliver the eggs. Actually, did I? No, I did assign them storage, right? Yeah. But... okay, I'll open up for 2 people. Hopefully it'll be done then. Maybe even a little faster. Actually, how was it? Frostbreakers. Oh, they're decreasing. But we have a decent chunk of barbecue lined up. I'll just need to grab some more sleet wheat. And unfortunately, this backlog of carbon dioxide is not gonna cut it. So if I'm going to grab some, I might... Yeah, let's grab it from here. Just set it all to high priority. And crack open the seal. Here we go. The carbon dioxide seal is still there, so they'll definitely be able to grab these sleet wheat grains without problem. And the emergency stores are also filling up. Although they're not as much emergency stores as they are just a way for me to keep some spare. For a rainy day. Which I guess could be considered emergency. Huh? Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. We were going to knock on the door. Right, so let's feed this guy some food. And also improve the core and provide power. Oh. From this distance, just setting up a regular system is going to be a or setting up a power wire all the way over here is going to be a nightmare. So I think we'll instead just... Let's see. Set up Set up 2 smart batteries and a manual generator. We don't even need to use an expensive wire here. Just use cheap regular cables. And then they'll do it. Power up the shipping container and improving nearby the core. Although that's easily done, there's also a bit of an issue with the amount of salt water. I hope that people don't mind swimming whilst they're building the marble blocks and carving them later on. So many of these plants have died due to rotting. It's such a waste. I wish I had been more on it with the lettuce. We could have avoided this problem. Look, oh, it's me, lies. Everything is decaying here. Oh, wait, is this... I forgot to check properly, but there were slime and germs, but they aren't spreading properly, so it's not a problem. Yep. Here. The brine pillar is ever expanding. Just how it's supposed to. But yeah. I think we're going to consider leaving it here. Oh. this first, I guess. Sand. But yeah, this is where we'll end it, I think. As I've said, I have work tomorrow, and since I need to leave quite early, I should get some early rest. Thanks for watching. This has been another Oxygen Not Included stream. I'll be back on Wednesday with more Stardew Valley, Factorio on Friday. That will probably be a bit longer as no work this weekend, luckily. Peace and goodbye.